Hey guys, welcome to Monday. I'm at work right now in a new space because I mentioned this a little while ago that I think it's in the vlog, dual monitors, where I talk about how we were like moving everything around in the studio, how everything was going to become really different, and it kind of took a little while to get there. I think like 2 months. It's been almost 2 months since then, if not 2 months at this point. But we're finally doing all that. They're knocking down a bunch of walls in there. In the actual studio, the photographers and everything are working upstairs in this rental space that they have for this week. And I am in this new room with the other retoucher and some other people. And also, I don't know if anyone is new to the vlog and doesn't know anything about like what I do and stuff, but I am a Photoshop retoucher. I do Photoshop stuff, Photoshop composites and stuff for a basically home decor company. I work in a photo studio, so there's photographers and stylists that like put together these great sets. There's a set builder, they put together these great sets and then put products in the sets and fill the sets up, and I usually shoot on like a gray and just that's pretty much it. They'll put some like architecture in there sometimes, but it's mostly just everything's being shot on gray, and then I put things into it to make it look more realistic and make it look more interesting. And I've really shown what I do before on here, and I thought I might go ahead and do that I might show you some of my Photoshop conquests. So I'm mostly just going to be using my phone to film my screen, but perhaps you'll be able to see it all right. So this is just like the final image. This is one of the first outdoor shots I ever did. I'm just going to show you progression. This is mostly in order of like when they were done, from like earliest to newest. So this is the after image, and then this is before. So see how like shot with a little bit of grass out there, pink card back there, all gray card for the walls, and just a black abyss of nothingness in the window. So let's go ahead and turn on some of the layers. So that's just a cleanup layer. Got rid of some of those lines. This is the wall, I believe, right here. So that's like a board and batten wall that the art director really likes. And then this is outside. And then this is the window. And there's just some more general clean up things to make it look more realistic. So I'm not sure how well that translates to the camera, but I think it's pretty cool. I like this one. I was really proud of it because it was like I said, it was one of the first outdoor shots I ever did. And then there's this one. This one is like a super simple shot for them to shoot. They basically just shot it on a gray background, and I kind of it's actually a white background. It's more like it's pretty bright background. There's like nothing back there at all. But then I went ahead and added some wood planks back there, and like I just wanted to show that like putting it through clear stuff like glass is really fun, in my opinion. I don't know how well you can see that, but the wood planks go behind the glass where they weren't there before. And this one is another one that it was one of the earlier ones that I did, and I was always pretty proud of. It has a bajillion layers. That's something I should show in some of these, is how many layers some of these has, because it's kind of crazy. So this is the after image. This is the final image. There's a lot of stuff to be done with this one, as you can tell by how many freaking layers there is, but I just turned all of them off, and so that's the beginning. So let's go ahead and maybe turn some of these back on. This one I think is just a general cleanup layer, yeah. So clean up some of those dirty marks and lines. And then this one is, okay, so we had to replace that painting back there because I decided not to use it. So I just replaced the painting back there and added in shadows and highlights. Like these highlights right here are not real. I had to add them in and make it look more real. And then this is, I believe, the fireplace, and that's part of the fireplace. This is the whole fireplace right there. So that's the fireplace. This is the floor. So just a bit of a darker, less fluorescent floor. And this is the wall. It's a nice color. There's always a crop thing on there, so that's why that was there. But then there's this doorway where we get to see the library in the background, and then I believe this is, I'm not sure what this is, but it's a bit of cleanup. This is something, okay, I also had to replace something in that frame right there. Then these layers right here are a bit of stuff for the fireplace and overall color. So turn that on, and a little bit more realistic light for the fireplace. And this one is just to show some crazy masks that I had to do. Basically, a mask is just this. It's one of these things over here. This right here, this is a mask. And this like basically is the selection of the wall. So like just that, I had to select that crazy ridiculousness, and just all these masks. These mirrors are all part of a mask. So this is the after, and this is the before. And then there's something like this one, where this one, the wall is still gray. It's a slightly different gray than what it was shot on, but they didn't have, this is one of the tallest sets they ever had to do, because they just didn't have enough wall because of the big bed frame thing, but they just didn't have enough wall to make it. So this is the after, and then like the window's kind of blown out, but there's stuff in the window. So that's the after, and then this is the before. So if you can see all that, that's all stuff I had to fill in and make better again, so it wasn't just a random mess of empty space up there. But this one is like all of that stuff, a lot of that stuff at least, and then there's this crop layer on here, so that's all of that. But then the floor, of course, and then of course the window, and then the art director really wanted a burst of color throughout this, so she asked me to do this kind of thing. She asked me to change the colors of these two objects. And then this is before. So as you can see, it was shot on these really crappy Apple boxes that look just plain awful for some reason, and I had to really build up things for this one to make it even remotely good looking. Just like mirror stuff. Let me put the crop back on. Floor stuff, wall stuff, and then all this ridiculousness right here to build up that box back there, and then this right here to build up that one in the front. So this one was a pain in the butt, and I kind of hated doing it. This one, I'm really happy with how it turned out. This one is actually a pretty simple shot, but it was just, this one's mostly just a mess of cleanup that I think ended up turning out really, really well. So that's before. And by the way, a lot of this stuff is only looking like super bright and overexposed because of the camera that I'm filming this with, and not because of the shot itself. The shots themselves are all really, really awesome looking, I promise. But then turn that back on, and I think it really ended up looking really good, and I'm really happy with it. I don't know why, but I just really like this shot a lot. And then last one, I promise, this is one of my more recent outdoor shots that I really, really like a lot. So this is after, this is the finished image, and then this is before. So that one ended up looking really good, in my opinion. I had to add this fan in up there and just make it a little bit brighter in general, and then add a bunch of stuff including floor and background. And so this was like the preliminary background, but we ended up thinking the background looked a little bit too minimal, so we went ahead and added this bush back there and some more hanging branches to make it look more realistic. So I put that bush down there, some more sunlight coming down these branches right here, and just overall it makes it look a lot nicer and a lot more realistic. And yeah, like I said, this is a shot that I'm pretty happy with. Anyway, I've said this before, but I really do love my job. I have a lot of fun doing it. I have a lot of fun working in Photoshop every day, all day, and I probably wouldn't trade this full-time job for any other full-time job that I could possibly have, other than like working from home and doing just my own thing that I want to do on a daily basis. That would be my like ideal job. I think it would be pretty much anyone's ideal job, is to just be their own boss, is just to live their own life every day and do whatever they feel like doing, like use the general hobbies that we have on a daily basis to make a living and stuff. But I have to say, this is something that I have a lot of fun doing, and I am very happy and feel very, very lucky and blessed to have a job like this that I enjoy so much. This is our new space, so it's where I'm working now. Although there is no internet in here yet, so it's been kind of a struggle. That's my computer right there. And our kitchen is in here now. It's much smaller than the other one, but it's right next to me, so that's not a bad thing. And today is pie day, so people brought in pies. I had some of both, and they're both pretty good. This is the studio now, with all the walls knocked down. Back there is where I used to work. So this whole space is going to be for the photographers now to use however which way they please as sets and stuff. I've been home for a while now, and we got done filming just a few minutes ago some more episodes of Chin and Moon. I never actually showed this on here. I did show this in the vlog the other day when I opened it, the pop filter, but here it is on the microphone, all lovely and beautiful and wonderful. It makes it sound so nice. It makes it sound so much clearer and more amazing. It like blocks out the p sound so much, but it also blocks out my breathing sounds. I was filming Firewatch last night. It went really, really well, and I listened to it back, and it sounded amazing. It sounds so clear and so perfect. There's hardly any background noise, and it sounds really fantastic. I'm really happy with it.
It makes it sound so much better, and it was like $5. So if you do any filming, pop filter
with a mic like this,
yeah,
I might start using this for my booktube videos to make them sound really good. I don't know, possibly. Anyway, so I think we're about to take Giselle back right now, and then I'm going to come back and set up. The other day, along with opening this, I opened the Elgato, the game capture device. I'm going to come home and set that up and play with it for a little bit. I might record a little bit of Wind Waker. I might record like 1 or 2 episodes, but I mostly just want to test it out and see if I can get it working.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long that'll take. Probably not that long. It's pretty straightforward. But at the same time, I do want to make sure I can get it done. And hopefully I can get at least a couple episodes done, because I really want to start getting that filmed, because there's quite a lot of filming to do in regards to that.
Yeah.
It is going to be the longest series that we've done so far, obviously.
You have half a month to... And they're going to be going up, like, every day, so...
Yeah, I have half a month. I mean, if I sit down and play for, like, 3 hours, that's 6 episodes right there. Or even more, possibly. It depends on how long they are. They're mostly going to be around a half hour long, I believe.
And then today, I ended up filming some videos, some of my wrap-ups, which I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I've actually filmed a couple of them, but then I just didn't like how they turned out, so I finally got some filmed, and I feel like they're really long, but at the same time, I'm saying what I'm feeling. I feel like over the past, I don't know, year or so, I've become a lot more critical, and even over the last, like, 4 months or so, I've become a lot more critical about what I read, and not necessarily, like, judging things harsher, even though I do feel like I do that sometimes, but just knowing what I like, what I don't like, or I'm noticing small things that I'm happy with or unhappy with and stuff like that, and I feel like a big part of that is having Christopher. I've never had anyone to talk to about books before. I mean, of course I've been filming booktube videos, but it's a different thing to say all your thoughts and then get feedback from other people versus being able to bounce what you're thinking off of somebody else a lot, and then from there ending up filming about it. Like, it's a totally different experience. And so now having someone to talk to about books all the time, it's made a big difference. I feel like I just have so much more to say and think about, like, each book I read, and it's actually really, really cool. So I ended up filming 2 more videos, and I'm gonna try to edit the other one either tonight or tomorrow during the morning, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. And I edited one really quickly earlier, and that one's gonna get uploaded like tomorrow, but I'm just really happy with what I filmed today. Like, I don't know, I just like doing the critical, like, thinking more and stuff, and even if I'm reading a children's book, I can, like, tell things about it better, and I feel like children's books really can be really good literature and stuff, so that was fun, and yeah, I enjoyed that. So the wrap-up that is going up is the one that I talk about Ella Enchanted and Fairest, and then I also talked about a couple other books, and each one, though, I was just like, I had a lot of stuff to say, and I even had a lot more stuff to say about Ella Enchanted, because since reading Ella Enchanted, I've read a couple more Cinderella retellings / fairy tale retellings, and realizing what a good retelling Ella Enchanted is of Cinderella, I'm just very impressed with it, so that's a thing. And then I've also been finishing books like crazy. I've just been finishing books left and right and all that, so that's been really good as well. Like, I've been staying on my streak of a couple more Cinderella retellings / fairy tale retellings, and realizing what a good retelling Ella Enchanted is of Cinderella. I'm just very impressed with it, so that's a thing. And then I've also been finishing books like crazy. I've just been finishing books left and right and all that, so that's been really good as well. Like, I've been staying on my streak of reading them, and so I finished another fairy tale retelling that can go into the Beauty and the Beast category, and I don't feel like I've read a ton of Beauty and the Beast retellings. I know I've read a few, and I don't feel like I've really liked the ones that I've read so far, so I liked this one, so that was good. And I know there's a couple, like, Robin McKinley ones that I can read and stuff, so those are definitely on my radar. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was a good day, despite the fact that I was feeling sick in the morning. After I came over here and Chris left, I kind of just slept for many hours because I was not feeling the best. And then we ended up having the salsa chicken recipe, which is amazing. I love it so much. So it's like just a really easy thing and stuff now. But yeah, now it's about 10 o'clock, and so I'm going to head over, and Chris is going to mess with his stuff, and it's going to be a good rest of the night. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We seriously appreciate it so much. We haven't said this in a while, but seriously, it means so much to us, and like, every comment or view or everything. Like, ugh, you guys are the best. Seriously. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.